FC 25 is the first game to introduce full winners teams for all of the UEFA competitions. So we are going to start a brand new free-to-play account where we can only use players from the 5 winning teams. For this account, we need to get to Division 2 and have at least one of these 96 rated cards from each competition in our team. For this, we're going to have to go back a few weeks, back to the Europa League finals. Let's get into it. For this game, it was Spurs versus Manchester United, and as for a neutral, it was a snooze fest. But Spurs delivered, and Sonaldo got his trophy for the club. So with this, we now had a team we could use for the account. So we started the brand new account, and our face player was Arsenal's Ben White. From the loan pick, we would get our first usable player in Encore for 7 games on loan. So this was the dream team. For the kits on the account, we went with what was most likely to be the most expensive. So we went with Real Madrid and PSG kits with the Germany badge. EA sent out a message to let us know we had 48 hours to try and pack one of these road to the final Spurs players. Once this was wrapped up, they were no longer available, so these were some pretty rare cards. We would go into the SBC section to complete the daily upgrade packs for the account, and from the premium bronze pack, we would get a Spurs player in Austin, and we would get our first walkout on the account from the Bundesliga in Bayern Munich's Kimmich. We also got a couple more walkouts, and high rated cards are crucial as we will need them for SBCs, and this would be an important way for us to make coins on this account. After the daily upgrades, we would stay in the SBC section to complete this week's marquee matchups, as it is a nice way to convert untradeable cards into coins for the club, and even if you don't get any notable players, the packs will discard for a few K each. With these packs, we would get an 88 rated walkout in Liverpool's new man Florian Wirtz, and the overall reward from marquee matchups would only give us an 84 rated Gyökeres. With the coins we made from marquee matchups, we could purchase our first squad, and this was the team, as we only knew the result for the Europa League final, so we could only use Spurs players at this moment. So the main man was Sonaldo up front with his finesse shot plus. Now we had a full starting 11, we could go into a new area, and this was the Evolutions, as this allowed us to improve some of our players, and Johnson could fit into Kubo's ladder, and this will give him quick step, relentless, and first touch plus with 95 pace. With that, we would go into and play some games of squad battles, as there was a current objective called Squad Battles Speedrun, which gives out a lot of insane player picks for scoring 45 goals. But we did have Turbo Timo in our team, who at this moment could not even finish his breakfast, and his missing seemed to spread to the rest of the team. These games had meant we had completed the first daily play, and we would get Nuno Mendes from the player pick, but as we only got 40 goals in squad battles, we could open the player picks and hope to try and pack one of these road to the final cards for the team, but we only seemed to be able to get gold cards. Finally, we did get ourselves a team of the season in Locatelli, and the big pick gave us KDB. Also, we are going to use all of the UEFA kits, as the overall reward is a 50k pack. Back in the Evo tab, we had completed level 1 of Kubo's ladder, which gave Johnson a +6 in pace, +5 in shooting, and a +8 in dribbling, so he was much quicker now. From the daily play packs, we would get another German walkout for the club in Jonathan Tah, and this meant we could complete our first 85x5 combo pack, and this gave us an Argentine keeper from the Premier League in Martinez, and this was followed up with Kototo and Martinez, and the back of the second pack would give us a new player for the team, as James Maddison was there. So we would give the squad battle speedrun another chance, and Werner was still clinical as always, but thankfully Richarlison would clean up, and this time we would hit the 45 goal mark. Back in the menus, we had completed the speedrun objective, giving us a 2 of 5 87 plus player pick, and the overall reward was a 1 of 2 90 plus pick. From the 2 of 5, we would go with ter Stegen and team of the season Cerny, and the 1 of 2 90 gave us team of the season Williams, and gold Erling Haaland, so we would go with the team of the season, as she was more valuable. There was also a new Evo called Not That Guy, and Udogi was perfect for this, as it will give him 97 pace, with 90 physical and defending, and fantastic playstyles, mainly in Bruiser and Rapid. We would continue with the daily 86 plus picks, and from this batch we would get a new special card for the club, and this was Lukaku. We also got David and Ruben Diaz, Patrick Guerrero, and team of the season Locatelli again. Finally, we got Kane and team of the season Lamens. All of these packs meant we could complete our first 100 player pack, which was an 85 and 86 rated squad, and from this we would not even get a special player. It would be AC Milan's Mainan and Ederson. Now was time to go into a new game mode, and this was the Rush game mode. where from the very first attack in this game, there was already clearly bad signs, as we would end up conceding like this. We would get an assist in this game, and from this, we had completed level 1 of Not That Guy, which gave Udogi a +9 in pace and a +10 in shooting. He was also 94 rated now. So we switched up the team, making Son and Johnson our strikers, but we would complete our first tradable team of the week. And this would give us an Argentine centre-back from the Premier League, and I was hoping for Romero, but it was Martinez. So we sold him and picked up our first special card for the team in UEFA Dream Chaser Encore for 17,500 coins and added him to the team. It was time for us to go into rivals on the account. And for this account, we were actually placed into Division 6, which was great as we didn't need to worry about the lower divisions. But the problem with this was that we were going to mainly face strong Team of the Season squads, whereas back down in Division 10, you faced off against gold teams. For our first game, Johnson and Son would link up, getting us the first goal off of a rebound, and from the second, Johnson would lay the ball to Son and he had the open net to score, and this led to the rage quit. Back in the menus, we had completed the Bilbao 25 UELF objective, which gave some cosmetics, but more crucially, it gave a 1 of 3 83 plus pick and a 50k pack. From the pick, we would get 3 84 rated players, so we went with Zinsberger, and for the 50k pack, we would get nothing of value, just a duplicate white. Also in the season pass, we were at level 2, which would give us the shadow chemistry style, and from the player pick, we would get a team of the season, and Yildiz. In the menus, we will try to complete as many SBCs as possible that give back tradable packs for the account. And there were a lot of cheap SBCs available where we could put our low rated untradables to get team of the season cards for upgrade SBCs. We also completed level 2 of Not That Guy, and this meant Udogi now has 85 shooting and 84 passing, so we will make him our attacking fullback for the team. In the objectives tab, we would also get team of the season Nadanir, so another 90 rated for the club. So we continued the grind in squad battles to ensure we could get as many points as possible for the best rewards in squad battles. This also gave us level 2 for Johnson, and this gave him a +6 in passing, a +18 in defending, and first touch plus. Udogi got his upgrade too, giving him a +10 in physical and defending, with it also giving him bruiser plus. Moments would be the next area that we would go into, as just for a single challenge completed, we could get a tradable premium gold pack, which did not give us much, but it would give us a few K. Then we were able to pick up our second special player from the market, and this was Bergval Future Stars, who does have ping pass and 91 pace. We would continue on with the moments, as we could get all of the moments mastery, and this would give us a 100k pack, and as we got 65 stars, we could open a tradable 50k pack, and this would give us a walkout, but it was only Arsenal's Gabriel, who does not sell at the moment. From the untradable 100k pack, we would get another walkout, and this would be Man City's Shaw. We would continue grinding the game, and Sonaldo would show his flair by hitting the Scorpion kick and getting the goal. So Johnson got an additional 18 defending, and now has 79 defending, and Son was continued to be the main man, and this meant we had finished the first 2 evolutions on the account. So Udogi now has 3 playstyle pluses, 97 pace, and 90 defending and physical, whereas Johnson was still way behind the power curve, but as an 88, he should still be able to get upgrades. Now was team of the season La Liga, which meant we were already halfway through the Spurs Road to the Final promo, so we had less than 24 hours to try and get one of these cards. So we would start off with some 2 of 3 85 plus picks, where we would not get a single special player, but there was more high fodder for the club, in KDB and Erdegaard. We also had the refresh on the upgrade packs, and these appeared to be regular gold walkouts, but they were actually team of the season highlights, which were glitched and did not show up, so we got 92 Samu and Elvis Balde, with another player in the back. We would start another couple of evolutions for the account, and this was heavy metal for Bissouma and keep up the pace for Timo Werner. This was now the team, and we would return back to rivals where we were still massively behind our opponents' teams, and we would get lucky with the first goal as Son and Sells would have a 50-50 and we would get the ball for the easy tap in. But this team did highlight that our defence was poor and long shots were basically a guaranteed goal. But we were outscoring our opponents, and even Udogi would get onto the score sheet. From these games, we would get some more players for the club in 90 rated team of the season honourable mention Brun, and a couple packs. We would also complete some stages of the evolutions, with Bissouma getting a +5 in pace, +8 in physical, and the block playstyle plus, and Werner would get his first upgrade, getting a +3 in shooting and a +5 in reactions. From one of the daily play packs, we would get a double walkout on the account, with Trent and 88 Diani. We would go back into Rivals, and this would showcase even more that we really needed to boost our defence, as we were still scoring lots of goals, but if our opponent got a chance, they would likely score. Unfortunately, Arsenaldo would be the clutch player, scoring a finesse in the 88th minute, and from the game stats, it was clear that our defence was just vibes at the moment. We had completed level 2 and level 3 of Basuma, and this gave him the 3 playstyle pluses in Bruiser, Slide Tackle and Block, and also meant he now had 92 defending and physical, so as a CDM he was great. A little slow, but as an 85 rated, he should be able to fit into some more evolutions. We would also start one of the more fun evos this year in Dream Crusher, which would turn one of your centre backs into a very strong striker with 97 shooting and low driven plus, which is a must have for attackers. It was now the promotion game for Division 5, and the team we faced was a weaker team of the season squad, with Milinkovic-Savic being the highest rated player at 94. In this game, we would actually start off by conceding to Laborde, who just ran into the box and finished his chance. But then we would get an interception in our opponent's box, and Son would convert his chance. And luck would continue to be on our side as Johnson would pick up the ball and smash it in to give us the lead, and after this, we would start to click an attack, with Werner beating the keeper and getting the goal. For the fourth, we would go on to score a sweaty, and this would lead to the Rage Quit, and this gave us promotion into Division 5. In the Evolution tab, we had gotten level 1 of Van de Ven's Evo, and this gave him a +4 in pace and 26 in agility. We didn't have enough points yet for FUT Champs qualifiers, so we would hop into one more game of Division 5 and would hit the finesse from outside the box, which got us up to the 1000 points for FUT Champs. This also meant we had completed level 2 of Keep Up the Pace for Werner, so he now has 97 pace, so he is just speed. Level 2 of Dream Chaser would give Van de Ven a +20 in passing. We would then sell Bergval so we could get some more coins back into the account, but we had actually lost 6k from this, which was not the best. So Papa Sarr was in the team and we could play our first qualifier game, and we only needed to win a single game now to qualify for FUT Champs, and it was against a stronger team to us, but still a weak team of the season squad. Sonaldo would lead the squad, and this meant we would get the first goal within 3 in-game minutes, and in the 10th minute, Son would hit the finesse, and this would lead to us getting the win, and we had now qualified for Champs. Van de Ven's upgrades for his Evo were starting to get very good, as now we got an increase of 52 finishing, and he had also got the advanced forward ++ role. It was time to go into the other way we were going to make coins on this account, and this was the Premium Leagues SBC, where from the Ligue 1 and Eredivisie, you would get a jumbo gold pack, and this would give you a few thousand coins back from the discards. But you could also get chemistry styles, and engines and anchors were going for a few K each. There was the Libertadores and Sudamericana players as well, and if you could get the gold rares, you could guarantee profit from this SBC. This would also help build up the club for fodder for SBCs, so it would complete our next player SBC, and this was Team of the Season honourable mention Dabinia. In the SBC section, there was also premium SBCs such as Icon, where we were not interested in the players themselves, but actually the packs we got back from completing the stages. An example of this was in Gerd Muller's SBC. We could submit an 88 rated squad and get a mega pack back, and these were the best packs for getting coins, as from these you could get around 10k from discards alone. So even with us getting the bare minimum in Locatelli, this still meant we got another 10,000 coins for the account. This was the team we were going to use in FUT Champs, and it was still way behind the average team, and this was highlighted as we faced up against a Team of the Season squad with Red Tolisso and Musiala. Son would be the man again for us, dribbling to the edge of the box and smashing it in, giving us our win. With us getting the first win in FUT Champs, we would turn our attention to the Icon SBCs for the packs. So we completed the Bavarians, which was an 86 rated squad, and this gave us a tradable Jumbo Premium Gold Pack, which would give us a walkout in Dybala. In the objectives, we had completed 50 out of the 100 upgrades for the completionist. So this gave us an 85/10, and from this pack, we would get a Team of the Season from La Liga, and the first player was Oblak, followed up with 91 rated Ratiu, and at the end of this pack, there was another Team of the Season highlights. This allowed us to complete some more SBCs, like an 89 rated squad for a 50k pack that was tradable, and an 88 rated squad for a mega pack. The 50k pack gave us Cancelo, but the mega pack was more profitable, we would only get an 82 as the highest rated, but again, the cosmetics, like the stadium seats, could go for a couple thousand coins, and currently you needed Hellas Verona players for marquee matchups, so this was an additional few more thousand coins for the account. The Liga Nation hybrids also gave good packs, like for completing it, you got a 55k pack, and this was the only notable pack, as it did give us a new team of the season walkout in Portugal's starting goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. Little did we know at this moment that this could be one of the more usable players for this account. We would then open all of the remaining packs we had available on the account for a final send-off for the Spurs road to the final team, and we did pick up team of the season Bainer, and from the 83x7 La Liga we would get one of the best La Liga defenders available, with 2 Real Madrid team of the seasons, with Angel Dahl as the first one, with team of the season Rudiger, who we can't use but is nice 95 rated fodder. As we wrap this up, we would go on to pick up our first special UEFA winners player in 96 rated Danso, as we needed to improve our defence, and he is a massive upgrade and he only cost us 128,000 coins. We also completed Dream Crusher for Van de Ven, giving him 97 shooting and low driven plus. We now had the Women's Champions League final, where there was a shock victory for Arsenal's women's team, beating the best team in the world, Barcelona, except EA would completely forget about this, so we did not get a winner squad straight after the competition, so we'll have to come back to this. Squad battle rewards were now available, and we got gold 1 as we played a few games on beginner difficulty, and this gave us a 1 of 3 team of the season pick, a 55k pack, an 84x2, 2 75x5s, and 9,000 coins. The best pick was 93 rated Arocadare, so we would go with him. From one of the 75x5s, we would get one of the more meta gold players in Liverpool's Virgil van Dijk, who is still over 10k, and we also got another Liverpool walkout in McAllister. From the 2 of 5 daily upgrade picks, we would get another team of the season highlights. However, at this moment in time, there were currently no special players in packs, so we were mainly just trying to build up packs and fodder on the club, so when the UEFA winners teams come out, we had a better chance at packing them. We would complete another 100 player pack, where again we didn't get a single special card, but we did get Alisson and KDB, so that was another 89 and 90 rated player for the club. We would go into squad battles to complete a few more games, and there was 2 reasons, as we scored a nice free kick goal with Bentancur, and this was so we could get up to level 10 in the season pass, as this gave us 92 rated team of the season honourable mentions Endler, and allowed us to complete Werner's keep up the pace evo, giving him 97 pace and rapid plus, so he should be able to break through defences, but he still only has 82 shooting. We now finally had an SBC that may be able to be used on the account, and this was a player who was in the Europa League conference final, and it was an 86 and 85 rated squad, but if Real Betis win, we'll have a guaranteed 96 rated usable player for the club, and this was Johnny Cardozo, who had 3 fantastic playstyle pluses in pinged, jockey and intercept, with 91 pace and 93 defending. But we were going to have to wait for the Europa Conference League final to see if we could use him. We would continue on getting players for the club, as we got 2 team of the seasons in a player pick, and we were able to pick both of them, as it was a 2 of 3 85 plus pick. Then from an 83x10, we didn't get any special cards, but at the back of this pack, we did get Sonaldo, so we now had him first owner, so we could sell our tradable version to get some more coins back into the club. Now was time to play a new game mode, but first we had to pick up a couple team of the seasons off of the market. We are not going to use them, but for the La Liga team of the season friendlies game mode, you had to have 5 team of the seasons in your squad or sub bench, so we could put them all on the sub bench so we would meet the requirements for this game mode. And as you could not use any players 95 rated or higher, our opponents had to use weaker sides. But this game mode was mystery ball, where anything could happen, and this was mainly luck, as if you had the pace boost, you could just fly by everyone. The shooting boost made the opposing goalkeeper lose their hands, so you'd basically get a guaranteed goal. But these were quick games, and as it was unlimited games too, a lot of people would back out, and the rewards for this were definitely worth the time in this game mode. We would get a whole bunch of packs and the team of the season upgrade, but this will likely never be used on this account. We did get a new team of the season from one of the packs, and this was the 85x3, where Bruno Fernandes was the face card, but there was also team of the season Ricardo Horta. We would return to these games to complete the friendlies game mode, where it became very clear that if you had the passing boost, sweaty goals became even more easier, and this did mean we had completed this game mode and got all of the rewards, including Mappy Leon and Ayoze Perez, who both looked good, and a couple more high rated packs. We decided to open these packs But this was a mistake, as the best pack we would get was an 86x3, which gave us Kalahognu and Ruben Diaz. We still had our weekend league run to complete, so we would pick up some more players for the club, and as we could not afford any more road to the final cards, we picked up Informed Davies for 15k, put Van der Ven as our striker, Archie Gray for just over 30k to replace Sarr, and finally we were going to replace Porro with Porro, but his Winter Wildcards version, which was just under 35k. So we'd return back to champs, and the aim was just to get 6 wins. So we would get the 2 Team of the Season Reds, as this would be more high rated fodder for the account, and it became clear that we had one tactic, and this was to give the ball to Van der Ven and let him work his magic, as having a striker with quick step, 97 shooting and low driven was kind of broken, and these were some of the more enjoyable evolutions, as I would have never thought about trying a centre back as a striker, but he was dominating in games. We were still having issues in defence, and we truly needed a goalkeeper upgrade, as Vicario's gold card was just not able to stop Team of the Season attackers' shots, but surprisingly, we got 9 wins on this run. So we gave away the last game. With that, we got rank 5 rewards, which gave us 3 1 of 4 picks, 2 93 plus La Liga or Liga F picks, a tradable 84x10, a tradable Team of the Season pack, and 50,000 coins, which was great as this boosted us massively and got us a lot closer to our next available Road to the Final card. We were also up to level 17 in the pass, so we received some evos that gave us pluses, which would be great for players who did not have these role pluses, as a lot of the promo cards were from earlier in the year. So from the picks, we would get a tradable Team of the Season, and for our red picks, we were mainly interested in getting the highest rated cards as possible, as we were most likely going to be submitting these into future SBCs. As no La Liga or Liga F team were in the finals, apart from 93 rated Isco, we knew this was going to be mainly fodder. We actually did get Isco, but with how cheap he was for his Team of the Season card, if Real Betis were to win the Europa League Conference Final, we will just pick him up off of the market. From the picks, we got ourselves an additional 4 95 rated cards and a 96 rated card, making Weekend League worth it, even before the packs. From the packs, we would open the 84x10 first, which would sadly not give us a single special card, but this account seemed to only be able to pack Liverpool players, as we got another Van Dijk with Salah this time. And in this pack, we did get 4 89 rated players, so this was great. Our tradable Team of the Season, which could give us a massive coin injection on the account, would give us probably one of the worst Team of the Seasons, and this was Ratiu, who was discard, and the untradeable Team of the Season premium pack would give us another Ratiu, but Isco was here, so we'll have to wait and see if we can use him. After the weekend league run, we would go on to sell all the players we picked up, as we were getting close to being able to pick up our second Road to the Final player. From grinding the Premium League SBCs, we would get a new Team of the Season in Kabassi, and we would complete Barry's Team of the Season honourable mention, mainly for the 2 tradable packs it gave back. With the sales, we could now pick up a new player, and this was going to be Road to the Final Solanke, who is one of the more meta strikers in the game, as he has 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot, 99 physical, low driven plus, and 97 shooting. So for 221,000 coins, this seemed like a steal. We reorganised the team, putting Van der Ven back in defence, and it was time to return back to Rivals, where we were starting to get comparable to our opponents' teams. But we were still a little behind, but this became Solanke's time to shine. And as he has technical +2, he could weave into the box, and once he was in there, it was almost a guaranteed goal with his low driven shot, and we were working through our opponents. Sometimes we got lucky, and the keeper would parry the ball into their net, but this domination meant we had already got to the promotion game for Division 4, and the team we faced was a very strong team with the likes of Team of the Season Davies, Red Bomb Matty, and Foot Birthday Vieira, and out of all the players in the team who could be the MVP, it would turn out to be the most unlikely, with Werner, as he picked up the ball from Solanke and went near post, and this was followed up with Johnson laying the ball off to him and him smashing it across body to get us the win. So Werner had redeemed himself for his earlier misses on the account. Our opponent left, and we were now up to Division 4. These games had meant we had completed the weekly play, and this gave us an 86x2 and an 85x3, but we were going to hold on to these packs. Finally, we completed the tradable Team of the Week pack, and this gave us Reece James's 86 Team of the Week, who we would sell for 13k. It was now the final for the Europa Conference League, where the Nugo in Anthony could make a legacy with Real Betis and win the cup, but sadly, Cole Palmer showed up and Chelsea got the win, which meant we could now use Chelsea players in our team. So we got our division rival rewards, and for being in Division 4, it gave us 40,000 coins, 2 84x10s, 3 1 of 4 85 plus player picks, and a guaranteed team of the season pack. There was also a 50k pack, an 86x5, and a 1 of 3 86 plus player pick. But we're going to hold on to these for when Chelsea's road to the final team is in packs. We would pick up Palmer's inform as he was only 13,500 coins, and hopefully there'll be an Evo for him in the future to boost his stats. EA had now announced that the full Chelsea team was in packs, so for the next couple days we were able to pack 96 rated road to the final cards, with Palmer getting man of the match, so he was the 97 rated. We would open up all the player picks from the SBC section and rewards from division rivals, and from this it was not looking good as we couldn't even pack any team of the seasons. But this was saved by the last pick, which gave us team of the season highlights Di Maria, who was only 20k, but he was at least a 94 rated for the club. Then it was time for the packs we had saved for the Chelsea team, and all the players we were going to get would be great for the club, and we did get some higher rated players in 94 Trafford. But even with all of these players, we were sadly not able to get a single Chelsea player, but there was a new evolution that was called Tea and Biscuits, and Bentancur fit into this SBC, and it would give him another playstyle plus in incisive pass, and he would receive an overall stat boost. So we would hop into a couple squad battled games, and this meant we had completed the first evolution for Bentancur, giving him a +6 in passing, and then we would play some rush games, which would give us the second level for Bentancur, giving him a +2 in physical and a +6 in defending. And with that, we had zoomed through the first day of Chelsea's squad, and now it was time for the MLS and Saudi League team of the season, where Messi and Ronaldo were available, but we were only interested in the road to the final Chelsea players. EA did add one of the more fun SBCs, and a massively important SBC for this account, and this was the Encore player pick, which gave you a chance to get past promo players like Fantasy FC Son, and Team of the Years were available, so we could get Cole Palmer from this. It did cost 5 86 rated players and an 87 rated squad, and from our first one, we didn't get any usable players, so we went with a 92 rated Mascherano. We would complete as many as these as possible. This would give us 94 Garnacho and 90 rated Lewis Dunk. So not the best, as none of these were usable, but for our fourth pick, we would finally get a usable player, and it was an upgrade on the team, and this was Grassroot Greats Vicario. We would then go to the market and pick up our first road to the final Chelsea player, and this was Marc Guiol for 136,000 coins. So we now had 2 of the 5 players needed for this account. We would also bring back Inform James for 13,250 coins, and now we had a full special team. In the Evolutions tab, there was a new Freevo, and this was Canonise Me Captain, which Werner could fit into, and this gave him quick step and 89 shooting, so he might feel like one of the fastest players in the game once this Evo is complete. We would go into squad battles to complete the Evos, and it was nice to have a striker with a passing playstyle, as we could ping the ball into our other forwards, and for one of the goals, we would hit the woodwork, but the keeper would score for us. These games meant we had completed Bentancur's evolution, making him a very strong midfielder for the team, but as he's now 93 rated, we would not be able to Evo him anymore. We also completed level 1 of Werner's evolution, giving him 5-star skills. We had also made progression in the season pass, where we are now at level 20, and this gave us a 92 rated Goetze. And for this season, you would get 10,000 XP for the premium season pass, so you could complete this season at level 30 instead. We would complete an 88 rated squad for another tradable 15k pack. In our team, it was time to replace Bissouma, as his pace and passing were letting him down, so we picked up Fantasy FC Caicedo for just over 30k, and we went into this week's FUT Champs qualifier game, where we faced up against a similar strength side, but the FUT birthday cards are still great, with them all being 5-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves. Solanke would thread the ball through to Mark, and he would slot the ball to the side of the keeper, giving us the lead. And now with us having 2 96 rated strikers who both have low driven, we could easily score. And the second goal made our opponent rage quit, giving us the win and qualification into FUT Champs finals again. We had completed level 2 of Werner's evolution, giving him a +5 in shooting and a +15 in agility. As we now knew we could not use Cardozo, we submitted him and Goetze into the Encore SBC, with the 586 rated for the other team, and from the first one, we would get a new player in FUT Birthday Jackson. But sadly, he is not getting ahead of our current strikers and has Chip Shot and Relentless as his playstyle pluses. We would continue crafting a couple more of the picks, and from the second one from this set, it gave us another player who we've already used in Bergval, and the final one gave us no usable player, so we went with Kika Nazareth, as she was the highest rated card. EA had also released a special build your own team of the season, which sadly was massively overpriced at 250,000 coins. For what it gave, you could just pick up Road to the Final, Badashile for the same price, and he was tradable. So we would not be doing this evolution. From this, we would have our final push of the upgrade packs for the Chelsea players, where we would only get a single special card, and this was sadly a team of the season. So this was another set where we did not get a first owner player from the squad, but there was still 3 more teams to go. We now had our squad battle rewards, where we got Elite 2, and as there was no special teams in packs, we could save these packs, but due to the Encore picks, all 86 rated players were 10k, so we got a 1 of 5 pick, which the best player was 94 Kunde, so he was the choice, and from the rare mega pack, we did get a walkout, and it was an 86 rated in Bilbao's keeper, Unai Simon, who was 10k, and at the moment 86s were more valuable than 87, 88 and 89 rated players. From the tradable guaranteed team of the season player, we would get a Spanish centre back who plays for Barcelona. This was another Kubasi, who was only around 20k. We now had the biggest game of the year for club football, the Champions League final between PSG and Inter Milan, where PSG would spank them so hard, beating them 5-0, that they are now called Lombardia FC. This meant we had another 2 days to try and pack the PSG road to the final team, where Doué was the man of the match, so he got the 97 rated card. And from an 84/7, we did get a very rare gold player in Vinicius Jr, and the back of this pack did give us team of the season highlights in Alberto. We would then complete another Encore pick, and now there were 3 clubs we could pick from, being PSG, Spurs and Chelsea, and we would get ourselves a new player from PSG in Centurion's Donnarumma, which was fantastic as he was 6'5", so he had the extra inch on Vicario, and 1 inch extra can work wonders. We would also pick up Dembele, who was extinct on the market for 9.9k. In the friendlies mode, there was a couple new team of the season cups, in the MLS Cup and the Saudi Cup. The problem was it was impossible to find games in the Saudi Cup, so we would go into the MLS Cup, and as we could not use our 96 rated players, we had to play Van de Ven as a striker again, and Caicedo as one of our centre-backs, with regular Danso. And this time, with our record being much better in the friendlies mode, we were facing much stronger teams. And for the first game, Di Maria would cut in and hit the finesse, followed up with Henry sweating the ball to the LeBron James of soccer, and we would get greedied on in a friendlies mode. But this was the first 2-game mode, so once 2 goals were scored, the game ended. And as it was unlimited games, we would keep on playing, and for our second win, Werner would dribble round the keeper and finish it into an open net. So these games gave us the daily play packs and a couple more packs from the objective, and these were some good packs for the account, as from the 83x2 we would get ourselves LA Galaxy's Gabriel Peck with Verts, and then another Alberto for the account. From the daily 84x7s, we would get another 95 rated player for the account, and this was Serbia's Milinkovic Savic, who was in 9 Golan gang, and now with all the new fodder, we completed another Encore pick. And this time it would truly be worth it, as we got one of the best players available for the account, and this would be 96 rated Fantasy Foot Kvara, who is still around 1 million coins. We did a couple more picks, giving us a duplicate Jackson, and 91 rated Fermin. We would also get Big Ass from a pack, and had unlocked the guaranteed Prem or WSL Team of the Season pack, where only Palmer would be the usable player, but this would instead give us a player from Chelsea, but it was the women's team, and this was 91 rated Baltimore. Going back into the MLS Cup, we would leave everything up to Van de Ven, and he was still just as clinical as before, and for the last game, the keeper made the save, leading to Dembele tapping in the goal. With that, we had completed the MLS Team of the Season Cup, and this gave us Messi on a 5-game loan, Team of the Season Acosta, and another Team of the Season upgrade. With all this, we were nearly at level 30 in the Season Pass, but we still needed a little more SP, so we would go into the Manager Career Mode to play all of these games to get us the boost, and in our team, we would sell Solanke for 223k, and Danso for 185k, so we could purchase the season pass on this account, as some of the biggest packs were in this, and really this was going to be our main chance of pulling a road to the final from PSG. So we purchased it for 500k, and for all of the premium rewards we were going to go with the packs, like the 90x4 tradable instead of Immortals Ribery, the 89x7 instead of Torres. This did still give us 5 94 plus rated players for the club, and all of the cosmetic and evos that did give additional playstyles to players. So we'd open up all of the player picks that would come with the season pass, and we did get a couple team of the seasons, but we did not get any road to the final players. It was now time for the biggest pack opening on the account. So we started off with the lower tradable packs, and from the first one we opened, we would get 88 rated Katoto, followed with Tar and Pop, Team of the Season highlights Peck, Team of the Season Big Ass. I won't include packs that didn't have any walkouts, as these now have minimal importance on the account, but we would open all of the untradeable packs, and we only wanted road to the final players. From these, we would get Team of the Season Al Salem, Cabell and Hedgeberg, Kane and Team of the Season De Vries. So now we were left with the final big 3 packs from the season pass, starting with the 89x7, which gave us Team of the Season Big Ass and Gould, with a couple more Team of the Season highlights in the back of the pack. The tradable 88x5, which could help massively with the coins, would give us a few more Team of the Seasons, with Gabriel Peck and Gould, and the finale would be the 90x4, which we would open with the Team of the Season Corridor, and it was a Scottish player from the MLS, so this meant we did not get a PSG player, as it was Gould for like the 4th time, and a new player in Team of the Season Krupi. So all of these packs were a bit of an L. The silver lining was that we were able to complete some more Encore player picks for the account, and hope we could pull some players from these picks. This was started off with us getting nothing from the first pick, and as we needed 86 rateds, we will choose them from now on. The second pick would follow the same narrative, with nothing for the account, but the third and final one was one that would change the luck, as we did get a special Donaldo. He was not the Fantasy FC version, but the Winter Wildcards version, which this late in the game was still 400,000 coins, and this was due to him fitting into some evolutions. But these were paid evos, and even though he looked great, 100k was a lot to put into an evo, so we're going to have to think about this. We were able to pull back a couple 100k from the packs, so this meant we could bring Danso back for 191,000, and we also sold Cole Palmer for 17,500. With all the new fodder in the club, it was time to put all of these into tradable packs to get ourselves back up to 60k, as there was another extinct player in Winter Wildcards Vitinha, who has technical and pinged pass, and should be able to fit into a lot of evolutions. So with this was the new team, and again, we were unable to pack any road to the final players from PSG, so we were now 0-3. Even though the Women's Champions League ended over a week ago, we now had the Women's Champions League winner squad, and Blackstenius was the 97 rated, and this was delayed most likely as Barcelona were favourites, and EA did not want to release a full squad in packs, whilst Liga F Team of the Season was available. We completed some picks, and got Team of the Season Simakan. From the daily upgrades, we would get ourselves some more fodder in the club with Kubel and Team of the Season Bouchel, Team of the Season Peck, and Team of the Season Kalina. We would complete another Encore pick, and this would give us the highest rated player on the account, and this was Team of the Year Bonmati. We would then use our Season Pass players for a 91 rated squad for a tradable 35k pack. And this wouldn't give us much, but there was another engine chem style, which was a few more K. Also with the Season Pass, we had a new type of Evo, and this was so we could add playstyle pluses to our players. So we would give pinged pass to Bentancur, so he would now have 4 playstyle pluses. As we still needed to get to Division 2 in Rivals, we needed to play more Rivals games, where Mark and Werner became our strike duo, as we no longer had Solanke, and sometimes we got lucky with the ball being passed straight into us, but Werner would still miss sitters. And to wrap this up, Vitinha would alley-oop the ball to himself, pinging it off the post and getting the tap in. From the games, Werner got a +2 in shooting and a +11 in dribbling. We could also complete another Encore pick, which gave us a new player in Total Rush Marquinhos. In the team, we would sell Vitinha for 60k and bring back Bergval. Returning to Rivals, it was clear how broken Kvara was. Bricks to Plus was starting to become a better and better playstyle, with players' pace and dribbling increasing. And with that, we were now into the promotion game for Division 3. And this was the usual team we were facing, with the likes of 4 playstyle pluses Hullets and Henri's, and also Team of the Season Hansen with their own Kvara. But our Kvara would be the one to start the game off, ball rolling and pinging the ball into Mark, who would slot the ball away, followed up with a very similar goal for the second, with the ball being pinged into Mark, and he would hit the low-driven Travella. And for his hat-trick, he would get the ball from Werner, go into the box, go near post, which made our opponent leave, giving us promotion into Division 3. The promotion had also meant we had finished Analyze Me captain for Werner, so he was now just as good as a low-end team of the season. We completed a couple more Encore picks, which gave us more usable players in Gonzalo Ramos's Numero Foot card and Winter Wildcard's Pedro Porro. We also had enough coins to pick up our first road to the final from the Arsenal women's team, and this was Hurtig, who has Finesse, Rapid and Press Proven Plus, with the regular playstyles of Travella and Low Driven, and she can play on the wing or as a striker. She was 109k, but this could be a very good card. With the purchase, we would go into a 4-2-4, which was very attacking, but it now meant we had 3 out of the 5 cards needed to complete the account. There was also a new Evo called Destroyer, which could give one of our midfielders a huge defensive upgrade, so we would choose Bergvall, as he already has high pace and dribbling, and the Pinged Pass Playstyle Plus. This meant we needed to play more games to complete this evolution, so we went back into Rivals, and Kvara's fantasy card was truly broken. It made sense to why he was 1,000,000 coins, as he was quick and his dribbling was very fluid. Hurtig was surprisingly good as well for one of the cheaper road to the final cards, and defensively we were getting better, but if our opponent hit a worldie with their striker, there was not much we could do. Kvara would highlight how good Trickster Plus can be for getting through on goal, and this was followed up with Hurtig and Mark converting their chances. Mark was even doing bits defensively, intercepting the ball, laying it off to Sonaldo for the goal across body. These games meant we had completed level 1 of Bergvall's Evo, giving him a +4 in passing, and more importantly, the deep-lying playmaker ++ role. And the second stage gave him a +9 in physical, so he had 94 physical and the intercept playstyle plus. It was time to pick up a new player for the club, and this was one of my personal favourites from FC24, and this is Road to the Final Wubben Moy, who no longer has her Pinged Plus playstyle, but does have 3 defensive playstyles. With this, it was the big game, us versus this squad, with a Road to the Final in it to get us into Division 2. This could be the sweatiest game yet. It would turn out that within 3 in-game minutes, the defender would try and clear the ball, and it would bounce off Mark, and he would score into an open net, and our opponent had enough, and just left. So just like that, we were into Division 2. With that, we had clutched ourselves into Division 2, just in time for the rewards, and this meant we got the upgraded Division 2 rewards, which gave us 60k, an 86x10, 2 85x10 tradables, 2 50k packs, a 1 of 3 Team of the Season pick, and some player picks. From the player picks, we would not get any special players, and the Team of the Season pick gave us 93 rated Tullis Joyce. From the 86x10, we did get a Team of the Season, but unfortunately, this would turn out to just be another big ass for the club. From one of the 85x10s, we would get a Team of the Season moments, and with these packs, we could sell all of the 85 and 86 rated players, as their price currently was up in value. And another positive of these rewards was that it caused those women's Road to the Final cards prices to plummet, so we were able to pick up Kim Little for 97k, and would use all of the fodder in the club for the tradable packs, as we wanted to capitalise on these extremely low prices, for which we did snipe a 96 Catley for 44k. We would then hop into a couple games of squad battles, so we could get level 3 of Bergvall's Evolution, giving him a +20 in defensive awareness, and the Block Plus playstyle. With that, we had a final push for the Arsenal women's team, and from an 86x2, we would get another Team of the Season behind Kevin De Bruyne, and this was Buchal, who we would immediately use in the League 1 Team of the Season upgrade for one of the PSG players. And we would get a Brazilian centre-back from League 1, but I was baited, and this was Alexandro. And this was the team at the end of the Women's Champions League squad. So we were now 0-4 for packed players from the teams, but we did have a very good side. Only really Porro and Donnarumma needed upgrades, but this was the team for our champs run. So let's get into it. Into game 1, Van der Sar, Haaland, Elise. We've got a better team. Nice play, chipped. Cross body. 1-0 out. Nice ball. Again chipped through ball. Low driven. 2-0. Come on, Wubben Moy. Oh, I've been bodied. Nice play. Go on, Hurtig. We've scored 3 of the same goals. Nice play. Konkavara, show the skills to pay the bills. He's just too good. Game 2, we come up against Milinkovic-Savic. Pull it. Oh, not the big oily boy at Cam. Go on, Hurtig. Low driven. Wasn't low driven, but we take it. Oh, he's through. I knew he was going to score. Oh, he's got through again. I just can't stop the speed. Game 3. Rudiger. A couple reds. Mbappe. Nice ball. Cracking finish, Mark. Go on, Mark, again. 2 goals in 4 minutes. I think he stopped playing. Go on, Little, finish the chance. We're 3-0 up. Game 4. Van der Sar, Red Kunde, Red Pedri, and Vinny J. It's a good side. Pass the ball to Kvara. Go on, Kvara, do some magic. He's absolutely just done him. What a goal. Tricks is just broken. I don't know what to say. Nice through ball. Hertig with a chance. Cracking finish, Hertig. Nice through ball. Maybe offside. We'll still finish the chance, though. No. Come on, Kvara, dance on him again. Okay, we got a bit fluky. But we take those. Game 5. A lot of reds. And Henry up front. Let's see what we can do. Are we getting a free win? Just don't want him to kick out of bounds in case he just quit. We've got the goal, and he's paused it. A free win! So we'd start our champs run-off with 4 wins and a single loss, and the attack was strong, but we were a little exposed on our right back, and Wubben Moy was sadly not as good as last year. But this gave us a 1 of 3 Liga 1 or APL pack, and Ufen was the highest rated, so she was the choice. We had also completed level 4 of Bergval's evolution, giving him a +10 in standing tackle and a +16 in sliding tackle. There was also a guaranteed Premier League team of the season, so we had another chance for Cole Palmer, and this was an 85 and 86 rated squad, and in the tunnel we would get a goalkeeper from Belgium in Nottingham Forest's cells. We would go back into champs, where we would continue the grind, only aiming for 9 wins. And Kim Little was the orchestrator in the midfield with her tiki-taka. But again, the right side of our defence was weak, and if I made a mistake, we were not able to recover with Wubben Moy and Porro. But having all forwards with 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot really did make attacking much easier, and the front three of Mark, Hertig and Kvara was great, and Kvara was definitely the most fun to play with, as he was just broken on the ball, and you could go on some nice runs with him. With that, we were 9 and 4, so we gave away the last couple games as we only wanted to get 9 wins on the account. So from the rank 5 rewards, we got 50,000 coins, an ultimate team of the season player pack, and 2 red picks. And from ultimate team of the season, there were a few PSG players we could get, and we should be guaranteed at least a 96 plus player so they could make the team. Ter Stegen was the best player from the regular picks, but from our first red pick, we would get a choice of Tar, João Neves, and Mariona. So we actually got 2 usable players, but we had to go with Neves, who was still a few 100k and had 4 playstyle pluses, making this weekend league run worth it. The second one did not give a usable player, but it was a 97 rated Putellas, who would usually be fantastic, but on this account, she was just 97 rated fodder. We then opened the Ultimate Team of the Season Premium upgrade, and from the pack, we would get a centre back from the United States in Sams, and the second player was Mateo, with Trent at the back of the pack. But the best pack on the account was about to happen, as we would open our tradable Team of the Season pack, and this would give us a striker from Uruguay. So we had just gotten 96 rated Luis Suarez, who is still over 450,000 coins, and we can sell him. We also got End of Era Vertonghen from the Champs games, and as we were in a new season, we got ourselves up to level 5, which gave us a choice of El Shawari, Griffo, and an 83/10, so we would go with El Shawari, season 94 rated. We would also get rid of Wubben Moy for 105k, as we were going to replace her with a new player, and this meant we could pick up a player from the Road to the Final UCL squad. and this was Lucas Hernandez for 301,000 coins. So this was the team at the end of the Champs run, meaning currently we had all of the available UEFA Winner Teams players, with Danso from the Europa League, Mark from the Europa Conference League, a whole bunch of the Women's Champions League winners team, and finally Hernandez from the UCL team. It was now time for young versus old, as it was Lamine Yamal versus Ronaldo. But for the Nations League final, it would end up being CR7 getting the crucial goal and helping Portugal to another trophy. EA would wait a week, so it's actually now June the 14th. But we finally got the last team, and this was the UEFA Nations League winners squad. And as Portugal was the team to win, there was now a 97 rated Ronaldo available. So we would complete the daily upgrade picks, and this would show that it had been a while since we were on the account, as we would pack Shapeshifters Schlotterbeck from one of the choices. So we added Chemstyles to our team and go to the market to pick up some more players for the account, with Manham for 69.5k and Spence for 107k, and he was a much needed upgrade to the team. So we added them to the squad, and we now nearly had a full 96 rated starting 11. There was also a guaranteed Ultimate Team of the Season SBC, and it did cost 8 87 rated players and an 86 rated squad. So from this pack, we just wanted a PSG player, any of the Portugal players, like Ronaldo, and we would get a left wing from France, who plays in League 1, for PSG, and this was 96 rated Barcola, who looks great with all of the dribbling playstyles, with quick step, finesse, and press proven plus. He also has ping pass, so we would switch up the team and pick up Jorgensen for 146k and sold Mark for 175k, with us also giving Kvara the Team of the Season cosmetic evo. We then got some bonus packs for the Shapeshifter crafting upgrade, and then this would finally happen from one of the packs. Orange! Who is that? Striker? Is that German? Oh, it's a double walkout. So it's Pop. Come on, be someone huge. Renato Vega. Nice. We finally got one. Vega was over 400k, and this meant we had finally got a first owner from one of the winners teams. Even though he was listed as a centre-back, he looked way more usable as a left-back with 95 pace and with the playstyle pluses of bruiser, block and intercept. We added him into the team and we wanted to try him out, so we would go into the FUT Champs qualifiers, and our opponent would have a very good Team of the Season squad, but Ferland Mendy as a centre-back. We would start off by laying the ball to Hurtig, who would finish her chance off nicely, and Vega was showing his physical presence as a left-back, but we would actually go on to lose this game, as our opponent played a nice through ball to Henri, and he converted. The second game was a lot easier. Kvara, using Trickster Plus, got around 2 defenders and scored the goal, and then a couple in-game minutes later, Hurtig would get a chance and slot it past the keeper, giving us qualification to champs again. We would complete the daily upgrades for the day, and this would give us a new promo card, with Hedgeberg being the normal walkout and Bayern Munich's Bull being the second player, and she was 96 rated. In the store, there was a new player pick, which was a 1 of 5 90 plus player pick, and this gave us a 15% chance of pulling another star performer, but these were expensive at 175k each, but we did have enough for 2, so we would open the first one, which gave us Germa, Marmadashvili, 97 rated Lukaku as a centre-back, Milito, and regular KDB. There was no orange, but Lukaku was worth around 350k, so this was worth it for the price, but he's not usable. The second pick gave us gold Bellingham, Company, gold Rodri, JJ Okocha, and Mappy Leon, so this was significantly worse, so we would go with JJ Okocha. Finally, we grinded all of the Shapeshifter upgrades to give us the 86x7 and 86x10. From the 86x7, we would not get a special player, as it would give us gold walkouts in Courtois and KDB, and the finale pack, the 86x10, somehow would also not give us any specials, and it would be KDB and Bellingham. So this was the final team on the account. We went from this to this, and we have at least one player from all of the UEFA winners teams and got up to Division 2, so this account was a success.